guys, Kimberly Flores. Hey, we had a neat discussion last night on the Women's Connection. If you're not a part of the Women's Connection, girls, hey, just let me know and I'll shoot you a link. Actually, I might put it in the description here, so you can join us the next time. It's a great group of girls, and we're all going through this together. So, anyway, last night's topic was surrounded. It was about fear. Okay, um, some of us had fear of emotional stuff from way back, and some of us had uh, fear of doing something. Um, but I have to admit, with me, I don't know if I'm hiding something or I just don't want to admit it or what, but I don't feel afraid of anything. Um, Good thing, bad thing, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not owning up to something. But anyway, um, while we were talking about, the fear thing, it was just, it was very emotional. Some girls, they just have, uh, they've just been put down so much in their life that they're actually afraid of pushing the envelope, so to speak. But anyway, what? Long story short, I got up this morning. I usually do. I try to read 20 minutes at least a day. I've got several books that I've been reading all at the same time, and I happen to pick up. Um, this is probably backwards on the video. It's the Motivation Manifesto, 9 Declarations to Claim Your Personal Power by Brendan Burchard. Um, and this, I opened up, it's cool because it's got this little bookmark. I opened it up and see, where I left off was dealing with physical fear right here. So I want to read this little bit to you. Dealing with physical fear. It says, seems impossible that all our fears can be conquered by mindset alone, but they can be. Some ask, what about the real physical impulses that seem so uncontrollable? Can we also master them? How does the lion tamer walk into the pride's den unafraid? How does the public speaker stand in front of thousands without becoming ill with self-doubt? How does the executive make the decision her whole team is too afraid to make? Practice. The lion tamer was once afraid, but he entered the den, and over time he became unafraid. The public speaker took the stage and with time became comfortable. The executive made the decision after decision until even the big calls became easier. We can learn from these examples and choose to face what we fear. We can choose the courage to put ourselves in the vicinity of things we fear over and over again until we grow more comfortable and then confident. Um, in me, in my studies or whatever, throughout my life, it's uh, what brings to mind is face the thing you fear and the fear will flee from you. Or biblical terms, resist the devil and the devil will flee from you. The devil being the thing you fear. Now, whether you knew this or not, fear, the more you fear something, the more the synapses grow stronger in the brain around that emotion. Did you know that you can actually rewire your brain um, by imagining being unafraid? I don't know, do you know Dr. Joe Dispenza? If you don't, look him up. John Assaraf also, they do a lot with the neuroplasty, the way the neurons in your brain works, and how they fire and whatnot. And I was privy to watch this cool video where they were showing the actual synapses in somebody's mind growing and connecting with others, and it was just so cool because they were completing a whole new connection in the brain. So at the same time, they were other ones were dying off. So if you're afraid of something, you have a strong connection in your brain to that particular emotion or that particular event or whatnot. I am no expert, guys, but you know, in my common sense thinking, if you try to back off from thinking about that and imagine, trick your mind. Okay, imagine that you are bold, or you're actually tackling the thing, you're actually doing the thing you're afraid of. And what that does in your mind doesn't know that you're actually doing it or not. So it actually grows these synapses closer to that than, and the other ones are shrinking away. So it's a matter of practice. Imagine, you know, how does that saying go? It says, think as if or act as if. If you act as if, then it you know, it is the same thing. But to continue on with this little bit here, it says, let us reawaken to a life unabounded, finding inspiration in the fact that humans throughout the millennia have learned to overcome their fears. They changed how they reacted to fearful impulses. They took a deep breath, contemplated whether or not their fears were rational, and visualized the growth that they would experience by moving forward. They took those steps forward again and again until they found that their fear was no longer so powerful or even present. This is called self-mastery. Let us learn from them and put these practices into our own lives. Let us choose to master our own minds and demonstrate more power over our fears. As mature and bold adults, we can refuse to shrink from those things that might cause us anxiety or hardship. We can reach towards what is always pulsing in the background, that equally powerful impulse that sure and solid will toward personal freedom from the fear. We repeat over and over, I won't let others stoke my fear in my heart. I choose to remain true to who I am and where my dreams direct me, no matter the hardship I may incur. I remember it always. Fear wins or freedom wins, and I choose freedom. Guys, you choose freedom also. If you're dealing with fear and you happen to be a lady, okay, girls, let's get together on the Women's Connection. Like I said, I'll drop a link here in the description. It's either up here or down here, one or the other, and let's work this all out together. You know, I mean, I get nothing out of that except for the satisfaction and the pride that somebody is actually improving themselves for a better life. Now, if you're fearful of doing something, that's one thing. If you're afraid because something has been done to you, we can work on that too. So we as a group are tackling whatever is been, you know, we're empowering each other is what we're doing. So anyway, guys, so I just thought that was coincidental. The way the universe works. We were talking about fear last night, and here I open this up, and here we're talking about fear again. So anyway, guys, Kim Flores, and I will talk to you later. Peace. Bye-bye.